Have you ever heard of a killer who could be stopped by jazz music? It sounds like something out of a movie, but for the people of New Orleans in the early 20th century, it was a terrifying reality. Between May 1918 and October 1919, a mysterious figure known only as the Axeman haunted the city, leaving a trail of terror and unanswered questions. The Axeman's attacks were brutal and seemingly random. He would break into homes in the dead of night, often by chiseling out a panel on the back door. His victims were typically Italian-American grocers, leading some to believe the crimes were related to organized crime or ethnic prejudice. However, the motives were never clear. Nothing of value was ever stolen, and the attacks were carried out with an axe or razor, often one belonging to the victims themselves. The city was gripped by panic. People reinforced their doors, slept with weapons by their beds, and viewed their neighbors with suspicion. The police were baffled, chasing down leads that went nowhere. Then, on March the 13th, 1919, the story took a bizarre turn. A letter, supposedly from the Axeman himself, was published in the local newspapers. It was arrogant, taunting, and contained a very strange proposal. The author claimed he was not a human being, but a spirit, a demon from the hottest hell. He bragged about his power and mocked the police for their incompetence. But the most chilling part was his demand. He declared that on the following Tuesday night, he would pass through New Orleans again, and he promised to spare anyone in a home where a jazz band was playing. The letter read, "I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared in whose home a jazz band is in full swing." Can you imagine the scene? On that specific Tuesday night, the entire city of New Orleans erupted in music. Professional bands and amateur musicians played in dance halls, clubs, and private homes. People who couldn't play an instrument turned up their phonographs to full volume. The air was filled with the sounds of ragtime and jazz, a citywide concert meant to ward off a killer. It was a strange mix of celebration and absolute terror. True to his word, no attacks occurred that night. The city breathed a collective sigh of relief, but the mystery only deepened. Who was this person who commanded an entire city to play music for him? Was the letter a genuine threat or a cruel prank from someone taking advantage of the city's fear? The attacks continued sporadically for a few more months, with the final confirmed victim being Mike Pepitone in October 1919. And then, just as suddenly as he had appeared, the Axeman vanished. To this day, the Axeman of New Orleans has never been identified. Theories abound, but no suspect was ever convicted. Was he a single, cunning killer? A group of individuals? Or, as his letter claimed, something else entirely? His story has become a permanent part of New Orleans folklore, a chilling tale of a city held captive by a mysterious figure who could only be appeased by the sound of jazz. The Axeman's reign of terror ended, but his legend lives on, a dark and fascinating chapter in the city's vibrant history. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as intriguing as I did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. See you next time.